Hey guys, Steven from TCTV here, and I'm going to make my picks for UFC 242. Not the greatest card in the world, to be honest. I really only care about two of the fights. So first, Barbosa versus Felder. To be honest, I don't really know those fighters too much. I know Barbosa got mauled by Khabib. That's sort of how I know him. And Felder, I haven't really watched too much, but really, I'd say that's a toss-up. Barbosa is a really good stand-up. Felder seems like a pretty good fighter. I'm gonna go with Barbosa on that. He has those devastating leg kicks, but again, I don't really know the fighters too well, so just take that with a grain of salt. So let's move on to the main event: Khabib versus Dustin. Man, people just are not giving Dustin any credit. He just beat one of the GOATs of all time, Max Holloway. You have to give him tremendous credit for that. I mean, just insane performance there. And then, of course, there's Khabib, undefeated. Just came off destroying Conor McGregor. Well, I shouldn't say just. He, came back after about a year leave, which, Chael brings up a really good point where there may be some ring rust there, being off for a year. But to be honest, lately, all these fighters coming off these long hiatuses, really haven't been seeing that much ring rust. GSP comes to mind. Nate Diaz comes to mind, where he literally off 3 years, looks stellar. Looks like he hasn't been gone for 6 months. So I don't think ring rust is going to be as much of a factor as people think in this. So as far as predictions on that, man, I'm going to say Khabib by decision. If you look at both of the fighters, they tend to go to decisions quite a bit. Khabib, I think there's going to be a lot of just lay and pray, leaning against the cage type stuff, where I think Dustin's going to, neutralize him for the first few rounds, and then I think Khabib's going to start getting through after, both of them start getting tired. They both have really good gas tanks. I think Dustin's gas tank is a little overrated. They were saying how good his gas tank was in the Holloway fight, but if you looked at the Holloway fight as the rounds progressed, he definitely started to fade. And arguably, he almost lost the fight because of the last 2 rounds. He was so gassed. And I think he even mentioned something like if there was another round, he probably would have been finished. So, and just Khabib's style just really wears on people. So I don't think his gas tank is going to be as effective as people think there. Khabib also has a pretty good gas tank, but also I think it's overrated. Even if you look in the Conor fight, he started to fade towards the end. In the Raging Al fight, he started fading towards the end there. So I think there's going to be a lot of gas moments, probably 4th and 5th round, where there's going to be a lot of stalling, cage stalling, that type of thing. So I think Dustin, what he's going to try to do is finish it up in the first 3 rounds, where I think Khabib's just going to try to grind out a win, where he's going to play super conservative against Dustin's power. He has the power to essentially knock out anyone at any night. So, I think there's going to be a lot of stalling, a lot of lay and pray type stuff. Dustin, like I was saying, is going to try to end it in the first 3 rounds. But I think ultimately they're going to kind of cancel each other out. And, I think it's going to go Khabib decision. See you guys later.